Hey, I'm Spencer with EnergeticCity.ca, and this is the Community Roundup, which is sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. And right now, I'm at the Fort St. John Firehall in a room that I've never been in before, and I'm joined by Alyn Stobbe.
Yeah,
hey, how you doing, Alyn?
Good.
Good. And we're going to talk a little bit about emergency preparedness because, I mean, we've had a lot of natural disasters recently, unfortunately. Not too recently, but last year.
Yeah, it seems to be snowballing in different regions, right?
I see what you did there. Okay.
Dad jokes, sorry.
Absolutely. Well, you're nailing them. So,
Emergency Preparedness Week is
Yeah,
coming up.
it's coming up.
First week in May. I'm going to try and skip some of your questions.
Oh.
Because he's trying to trick me with those questions.
Classic.
So it's the first week in May. It's a national thing. It's right across the country.
You didn't come up with it yourself, just for fun?
No, we're not that smart. It's trying to make sure that through all the different agencies, provincial and private, that everybody's all on the same page. And then it comes down to smaller municipalities mostly to try and engage the local communities on how to prepare for an event.
Right. Yes, I saw that you guys got, well, not you, but also the Peace River Regional District got some funding, which is nice for Fire Smart. But there's more than just fires that I need to be prepared for. So one of the things that I may learn if I come and visit you at Home Hardware, I believe on the 7th.
Yes.
At the 7th from 11 to 2, you can come hang out with this guy.
Yep.
He's super fun, and he will tell you how to be prepared for multiple emergencies. So if you suffer from anxiety like I do, you'll learn all the tips and tricks, like identifying potential natural hazards. But I'm going to ask Stobbe here right now. Stobbe, which is what I've decided to call you now. We're on a last name basis.
It works.
Okay. How do I identify potential natural hazards like earthquakes, floods, tornadoes?
So if you can look at your area, which is the North Peace for us here, what have we typically had in the past?
A lot of snow.
A lot of snow. That happens to us in winter. It happens to us in spring. Let's be honest. It's gross.
It's pretty gross.
It happens. So we can get weird weather any time of the year, right? We've had tornadoes. We've had earthquakes.
Okay.
So we don't get them very often, but we still need to be prepared for those events to come and hit us. So knowing what the hazards are in our area, wildfires, floods.
Yep.
Dawson Creek got hit by floods year after year, so we can get anything.
For sure, especially if it keeps snowing and raining, we may be looking at some.
Yeah.
So, another thing that I notice is it's really important to have an emergency plan.
Yep.
What are some things that I should keep in mind when I'm making an emergency plan?
All right, so I've got a small list here, and I'm just going to read off of it because I can't, pull it off.
You don't have an emergency plan?
Nah, I do.
I'm just teasing.
Here, especially at the Firehall, we do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit, not specifically about your emergency plan, but what do I need to keep in mind?
So, things like escape routes from your home and neighborhood. So think locally, like the house, and then broaden it out a little bit.
Okay.
So you would also want to say, think past your neighborhood as well too. So if the region, like the wildfires, that pushed people past their neighborhoods, they had to leave, right?
Yeah.
So you need to find meeting places near your home and outside of the neighborhood. Where are you going to go? How long do you have to be gone out of your home or your neighborhood for?
Right.
Your unique family needs. So if your family has special needs within it, you got to watch out for that, plan for that. Child care, pet care, emergency contact lists for if you have to head out of town. Home care instructions, locations of your emergency kit, where to shelter in place if you can't leave, if you have to stay. So plan that way. If you're stuck. Yeah.
Right. So, for example, if there's, say, a wildfire, which is a possibility, I should think, I have a dog, so I need to make sure that the dog is okay. Will I leave him with a kennel? Will I take him with me? If I need to leave Fort St. John, maybe I'd go to Dawson Creek or Chetwynd, depending on what direction
Totally.
I feel like going, like just little things like that, just kind of think, and it's going to be unique depending on who's making the emergency plan.
Yeah, exactly. And then there'll be emergency social service. Sorry, can't talk. Emergency social services set up.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are being forced out of your neighborhood, so are dozens of others, and they'll have a plan for you guys to have shelter somewhere else too. So
Right. So make
you
sure
wouldn't
that
be
you're
alone.
kind of reaching out to your local community as well to kind of see
Totally.
where we're going. Okay.
Spencer, you would probably have like urgent newscasts saying, "Hey, if you're affected, go there."
Yeah, likely I'd be
You
doing
might
some
be
writing.
one of the first to know.
Oh, that's good. I'll make sure I pass that on. You did touch on emergency kits, so I don't
Yes.
currently have an emergency kit. I'm looking at setting one up. What do I need in it?
Sure. Well, today, because we got dickens of snow everywhere, if you're doing lots of traveling, like say through the Pine Pass, car kit,
Right.
So plan for maybe to be stranded for 24 hours in your car. What do you need? Things like water, food.
Yeah.
How are you going to keep warm? How are you going to get somebody's attention? Flashlights, right? Candles in a nice tin so that the flame doesn't do any bad things. Yeah.
Maybe a portable battery for my cell phone if I
Sure.
find myself in one of the places in the Pine Pass that happens to have phone service.
Exactly, yeah. Maybe a radio, if you can get some sort of reception.
Yeah.
One of those crank up radios.
Yeah. If you have your dog with you, make sure you have dog food, dog water, well, regular water that you can give your dog,
Yeah.
little things like that.
Or if your cell phone dies, road maps. If you're getting lost, an actual
A physical map.
paper road
Wow.
map. That's a
That's
little
before my
retro.
time.
Yes.
So before my time, unfortunately. Well, actually, no. I do remember back when you used to take a road trip and you'd print out the directions because
And your parents would get mad at each other.
Yeah. Well, my parents actually split up when I was 3, so I'm sure that happened. I just wasn't aware
And
of
the
it.
hand would come back to the back seat. Sidetrack.
if I was having an argument with my sister, yeah, absolutely that hand
Yeah.
was going back there.
Yeah.
So, what are some other tips to make sure that I'm prepared for emergencies?
Oh, for sure. So let's go back to the home.
Right.
So
Yeah, the home emergency kit. So we've got in
Yeah.
the car. If you're in snow, maybe bring a little shovel with you.
Yeah,
need to.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, throw that in the back. Tote rope, jumper cables, extinguisher. You never know when the fire is going to show. Extinguisher is nice to have. This time of year, when things are freezing and thawing, extra washer fluid.
Oh, see, I wouldn't have thought of that.
So if you're driving down the highway and you all of a sudden run out, you can't see. You just can't see. You have to pull over. So extra washer fluid. But back to your home. If you want to have a kit, you want to have it for 72 hours,
Okay.
right? So if you have to shelter in place or you have to take off somewhere really quick, 72 hours is kind of your generic kit.
Or if you get trapped in your house for some reason and people can't get to you
Sure.
for 72 hours.
Yeah. Tornadoes?
Yeah,
Who
who
knows? Water. Non-spoiling food.
Like a can of chili.
Like cans.
Beans.
Yeah, or, freeze-dried stuff.
Right.
Can openers, flashlights, radios, batteries, first aid kits. That would be good. Your personal medications. That one I didn't know about.
Yes, that would make sense.
Yeah, so you can't necessarily go to the pharmacy to grab some more meds. So I have an extra batch for that.
Yeah.
Essential personal documents. If you do have to take off.
Like a birth certificate, your ID, whatever you may.
Driver's license. Make sure that
Yeah.
stuff is kind of tucked away, or if maybe you've got copies on your cell phone.
I do.
It's a new day and age. Spare clothes,
Right? Oh, I wouldn't have thought of that.
right? Can't muck around in flip-flops all day.
Yeah, make sure you pack some socks because those can get pretty rank after about 24 hours.
That would be bad.
That would be pretty bad.
Yeah. Multi-tools, just in case you have to fix something. Duct tape. Books. What if there's no electricity? Your cell phone dies. You have to entertain your brain. How about just a good old leisurely book?
It's good.
They still make those.
Wow. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm pretty used to I have a few, actually.
So yeah, toiletries.
Toilet paper as
Toilet
well.
paper, yeah. Matches. We don't normally say matches should be things, but it is a tool. tool
Yes.
to use if you have to.
Should you need, I don't know, if you have a fireplace at home or something,
Yeah.
if the heat's out or anything like that.
Responsible adults can handle matches.
Exactly. If you're 12 and under, well, actually, probably like 15 and under. 16, I think, is how old you have to be to buy a lighter. Something like that. Anyway, moving forward.
It should be a responsible adult, let's say.
Yeah,
that.
let's say a responsible adult. If you're voting age, then you can have matches. Now, kind of, again, to my next question that I asked earlier, what are some other tips to make sure that I'm prepared for emergencies?
So know your hazards, know your plan, what you're going to do, have a kit that you can take with you.
Yeah,
That's basically the trifecta.
the trifecta.
Yeah. So
Love
if
it.
you got that developed and in place, you're steps ahead.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, another thing that I want to touch on, because we find ourselves in a just beautiful weather event currently,
Yes.
how many motor vehicle incidents have you responded to today?
Dose.
2, and it's, what, 11:30 a.m.?
Yeah.
What are some tips that can avoid me crashing into somebody during these weather events?
Sure. Use your common sense. Slow down for the road conditions. Just because it says 90, 100, maybe that might not be the safest condition to be driving at that speed.
Right.
So
should I
slow
adjust
down.
my following distance?
Yeah, for sure. If your traction is less, definitely follow back way less.
Yeah. So
Everybody's
normal
got-
following distance, I was told by a driving instructor, is like a smart car worth. I would probably want to extend it to maybe 2.5.
It depends on the speeds that you're traveling.
That's true.
So highway speeds, you want to follow back further.
Yeah.
2 telephone poles would be nice.
Okay.
Keep that as a distance.
Makes
In
sense.
town, you're going slower, so you don't have to have that same distance. But yeah, use caution. We're in spring. Some people are using spring braids.
Allegedly, we're in spring. I don't know if I can find any evidence to corroborate that at this
You
point.
could call it April showers.
Yeah. They never said what those showers would be. It could be raining men, and it still technically is an April shower.
Yeah, totally. So,
This according to the weather girls. Hey, there we go. Anyway,
we digress.
yes, we do. Emergency preparedness. It's important.
So, yes, it is. Use your winter tires all the way through spring, because you never know when your winter is going to reemerge,
Especially here.
especially here. Yeah.
Especially in the new Earth. There seems to be a lot more weather that no one's expecting. So
Yeah, right. So that brings up a good point. So if we got all this weird weather stuff that's changing and it's a little bit different, all the more for your emergency plan to be prepared and ready to go.
absolutely. If I want more tips on how to maintain, besides watching this video,
Yep.
and I can't make it to Home Hardware on May 2nd,
Yep.
can I check your Facebook page and you're going to be posting some tips and tricks?
That is an excellent segue because that's
Thank you.
exactly what I was going to talk about next. Thank you. Facebook page for City of Fort St. John Fire Department. We will be updating with several little posts. I think Marco's going to be trying to do one every day for the first week of May. So check us out. We'll have all the different posts there. And check onto the government as well too. They've got really good access for different guides and checklists that you can use for your home. BC government, Alberta government, and there's a national page that I came across as well too.
Yes. Another thing is I got a slip in the mail yesterday about the Northwest BC Emergency Alert System.
Yes.
So what it is, if you get the mail out, you have a QR code, you open your phone camera, you scan that, and then that will bring you to an app that will let you know if there's a major weather event or whatever, and you just get that immediately to your phone, and then you get updated on things.
Totally, and it's customizable by, say, the fire industry or police, anybody in your local area,
Yeah.
in the regional. They can say you have a tornado, and they can be very specific about where that is being affected,
Yep.
rather than just a generic broadcasting. So it's specific, and yeah, it takes like 1 minute to sign up.
It's very easy. You can also get it, so it goes to your email, they can text you. You can get both if you want. I have both. And it's, in my opinion, I don't know too much, but it seems like a great tool to have when so you know your hazards.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, super easy.
For sure. All right.
As
Well,
May 7th,
May 7th.
we'll be there.
I think I said May 2nd earlier, but it's definitely May 7th.
7th, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll help you sign up for the Northeast Alert System.
Perfect. Well, I would say that I'd be there for that, but I'm already signed up. But maybe I'll pay you a visit. It's a Saturday.
Energetic City, Boost FM, swing on by.
Swing on by. Come hang out with this guy. He has loads of information about how you can stay safe in emergencies. Also great bringing kids down so they know. That's important. Anything else you want to add before I let you go?
Drive safe. It's a little nutty out there.
Yeah, it gets a little icy.
Yeah.
Dicey and icy. All right, and on that note, this has been the Community Roundup, which is sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. This has been Alyn for the Fort St. John Firehall. I'm Spencer for EnergeticCity.ca. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you're safe both today and throughout, I guess, the year, really. I'm like, only be safe in May. But be safe and make sure that you sign up for those emergency alerts. They are very important. And on that note, thank you so much for watching.